It's a great day for this Wednesday. We love Wednesdays around here, especially this time of year, because it's a great day to grow it. And with the heat and with the precipitation we're having right now, lots of things going to be greening up, you guys.
Yeah, things are looking beautiful on
all my stuff's growing fine, Chuck. I don't know what you guys have.
Things are looking good out there in the gardens and stuff, and the tomatoes. And I've had a guy in that's picked a couple tomatoes and talked to Ray on the sweet corn. And may not be the 4th of July, but it's going to be the 5th or 6th of July if it isn't ready for the weekend of the 4th.
Oh, really?
It'll
so
be right
that
after.
Close to it then.
It's getting close, yeah. And these warm, sunny days, and we don't really need the moisture. We got plenty of moisture out there, but
and the nights are important too, right? For
yeah,
corn.
absolutely.
You got to stay warm at night.
Got to be warm nights. Not corn and tomatoes both and stuff. And boy, you know, like I say, I go the back way going out to the greenhouse and pass all the field corn and stuff out there, and I think it grows several inches between morning and night.
We had the president of Iowa Corn on with us just yesterday, and we asked him that question: how much it grows. He said 3 to 4 inches a day.
Yeah, and
that's a lot.
I believe it. I mean, it's just amazing how you know. I kind of look at the seasons, you know, we're going out to the greenhouse, like I say every day, you know, well, okay, now the farmers are getting ready to plant, and then they plant, and then the corn comes up, and, you know, then it tassels, and then it silks, and then you pick it, and then it's done. And it's just amazing how fast that process seems to go. And, I mean, you know, this year is just slipping by. We're only 2 weeks away from planting poinsettias. And I mean, it's just amazing how quickly the season is going. So,
but we're officially.
Thank you for that depressing.
Yeah, we're officially in the first week of summer, though. Summer started on Sunday.
Yep, and it's been toasty, but anyway, yeah, we've been kind of talking a little bit about your elephant ears and stuff.
Elephant ear or lobe. I don't even know. I have a lobe right now, not an ear, but a lobe. Yeah, this is what they look like now, and I think they should probably be doing better than this. These are supposedly the big ones, and that's how much bigger it is. That's maybe an inch long. This one's coming out of the ground, not even out of the bulb itself.
You know, those take some time to come up, and I mean, they're not dead.
But Chuck, it's already halfway through summer.
But they should be, and I brought one in with me.
Let's see what it actually looks like there, Chuck.
I brought this one. I'm going to give you this one so you at least have something. But these are just the average size bulbs that we get, and we plant a bunch of these now. But in all fairness, too, these have been in the greenhouse since probably February, so they get, you know, a pretty early start. You know, growing and stuff. They don't do much till it really gets hot.
But do they come out before July normally?
They should be well underway, because, you know, these things get. You know, this particular one here was an upright one, but it gets 4 to 6 foot tall. So if you're going to get a 4 to 6 foot tall plant, they got to be bigger than this come July.
Right.
You know,
you better get going.
No question about it. So, but you can see how this one here, you know, this is the bulb. So, you know, this piece here does come up out of the center of the bulb, but then you'll get a lot of them around the sides.
I didn't realize that.
And you know, they'll come kind of from the roots. And you know, that's what.
Oh, there you go.
That's what the root system on those should look like now. And
so when you see that in a pot, that means it's.
You need to get this outside now and get this planted, and it should just take off like gangbusters.
Okay.
But find a nice sunny spot to part shade to put that, and it'll grow like crazy. And that's the last one of them I had. I was going to take that home and plant it, but I'm going to give that to you, so you can
have at least one good one.
So you can have at least one nice elephant ear. So take that home with you.
Now, these are for those people that have never planted these before. When the season comes to an end, you need to do something with it.
Yeah, and then when the season comes to an end, you would just let this freeze and let all this turn to mush, and then you'll just cut all this stuff off and lift that bulb out of the ground, and put it in a paper sack and put it in the basement or what have you. And just save it over till next year, and you can put it outside.
But you want to put it in the basement. You don't want to leave it in the garage where it would get super cold.
No, right? you don't want it to. You want it to be cool, but you don't want it to freeze, or you don't want it to get too warm.
You basically want it to know it's winter.
It needs to be dormant. It needs to be, you know, and it's the same way with cladiums and stuff. They need that 6 weeks of cooling to know that it's time to come back up again.
Now, do they get just as big every year? They get a little small?
They should. Yeah, they should. Now, I mean, for a couple years. You know, it's the same way with tulips. You know, tulips are going to do great for a couple years. But with tulips, that's different. Tulip's best year and daffodils and stuff is the first year, and you're going to have them for several years, but the first year is definitely the best year.
Okay.
And but they do well. They do well, and this will do the same. But this should get really mammoth for you, so I'm anxious to see how that does for you.
Right.
The other thing I just wanted to kind of touch base on, and I've had a lot of people asking me two questions this last week that has come up a lot. And number one is people are asking about moving perennials or trees or something. And,
Right.
and this is absolutely not the time of the year to do that. It's just it's too hot. If you try, some lady was telling me her peonies had bloomed and she had moved them and they just died. Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just you can't keep enough water on them to keep them things actively growing, and just definitely not the time, so you want to wait till fall on that. The other thing that and a million people have asked me about this, and I don't know if any of you have hostas, but this is the time of year when if you have hostas, they're up, they're big, they're beautiful, they look like $1 million, and then all of a sudden something starts eating them.
Oh.
And those are usually slugs.
Oh, yeah?
And those they'll eat the heck out of a hosta in no time. And people are always looking for a good remedy to take care of that. Well, there is some chemical stuff that you can dust those with and stuff that'll take care of that. But the absolute easiest way to do that, and my father had literally thousands and thousands of hostas, and the absolute best way to get rid of those slugs is you just you go to the grocery store and get you some pie tins, the throwaway kind. Get you some pie tins and get you a 6-pack of Budweiser.
Now, you probably already have that if you watch this show.
Yeah.
At least the latter part.
But you take that pie tin and just set it there in your hostas and put a can of, and I say Budweiser, don't have to be Budweiser, but a can of beer, and put that in that pie tin, and those slugs go right to that.
So they're alcoholics.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And but they get in there and then they drowned. But they're attracted to that. So,
Are you serious?
yeah, and then they get and you'll if you have slugs, if you put that pie tin in there in 24 hours, you can look in there and you'll just see a massive amount of.
Can they get up the
drunk
side
slugs.
and
Yep,
get in?
just get up the side and go in.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Now,
I never heard of such a thing.
now somebody's supposed to say, what do you do with the other 5 cans?
Oh yeah, have a whole bunch of slugs.
That reminds me of a Speed Herrick barbecuing, and he does that a lot with the rest of the beer. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. So those are to drink, but they do work great on slugs, and it's a very economical way.
Can of beer in a pie tin.
Yep.
And then the disposable kind, because when they're full of slugs,
When it's full, you just throw it away and then put another one out there. But I mean, there's only going to be some. I think with the slugs, it's just a case of they're there now. So once you get rid of them, it isn't something you got to continually do.
Right.
You just do it now and then get rid of the pie tins.
But if you want to keep the story going with your significant other, no, we got to keep it going all season long, honey.
Yeah.
So we got to get more beer. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
More beer for the garden.
Yeah, exactly.
But that works
Beer
great,
garden.
and away you go. So it's a good thing.
All right.
But,
Well, people have questions. They can stop by anytime.
Yep, stop by and see us. Now we're going to be going to our summer hours here before too long, so we're going to start being closed on Sundays and Mondays here before too long. But we'll be there for the next week or so. But after July, we're going to start closing up a little bit. You can come out and see us out on 70th Avenue between Camp Dodge and the Walmart. And we got the fall mums going, and like I say, Poinsettia is in a couple weeks, and things are off and running.
Okay. What time do you unpadlock the door?
I'm there by 9 or 9:05.
15 minutes. 15 more minutes, he'll be there.
Perfect. All right, wonderful. Great job as always. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, guys.
Thank you for the advice, and thank you for the.
You bet.
I call those elephant ears. Or?
Yeah, those are elephant ears,
Okay.
and like I say, I want to see some pictures of those and get some good
Oh,
reports
definitely.
on
I'm
those
going to stick a yardstick.
Should be as tall as you by the end of the year.
All right.
Wow.
That's
Very
not
good.
very tall. Maybe you. You're taller than I am. So it's 6:52. We'll be right back. This is a great day live in Des Moines.